First, let me introduce myself. My name is Laura, and I work at SoScience as a research and innovation program manager. And I'm joined today by Romain, who is also part of the SoScience team as a project manager.
Hello, everyone.
Today, we'll walk you through our open innovation program, the future of materials for circularity, and we'll explain how you can get involved in this program. First, let's start with a quick introduction. SoScience is a social company dedicated to supporting responsible research and innovation in both private and public sectors. As part of our work, we created an open innovation program called The Future of, designed to bring together different actors to collaborate on key societal challenges. So why the future of format? Why did we create this program? Because we've seen that many organizations face the same challenges. One, it's difficult to find the right partners. Also, collaboration can be complicated. Third, there's a lack of tools and methodology. And above all, we, of course, urgently need to innovate for the transition. With the future of, we provide SoScience, we provide a structured multi-actor approach to innovation, making finally collaboration easier and more impactful. Finally, what are the benefits of such a program? It accelerates research and innovation projects. Also, it minimizes investment risk through collaborative intelligence. It encourages innovation in open research practices. It helps identify new experts who can contribute to innovation. Also, it allows participants to connect internationally and get inspired. And finally, it provides opportunity to communicate internally and externally on key topics. But most importantly, this program creates multi-actor projects, bringing together, you can see startups, NGOs, companies, public sectors, boosters to collaborate effectively. On this program for the future of materials for circularity, we are partnering with the PSL University. This is actually our third program with PSL University. For those who may not know PSL, Paris Sciences et Lettres University, PSL is a top-tier research university in France. It brings together 11 academic and research institutions supported by 3 national research organizations. So why is PSL organizing this program and open innovation programs? PSL is committed to open innovation for 2 key reasons. One, to foster interaction between civil society and academia to create impactful projects. And 2, to provide researchers with new alternative funding opportunities beyond traditional grants. Let's give a bit more context of this program. Now let's talk about the context. By 2050, global resource consumption will continue to increase, as we all know, putting more pressure on the environment and deepening our dependence on finite raw materials. Right now, we know that only 7.2% of materials are reintegrated into a circular economy. And this shows how much we still rely on the model take, make, waste. So some of the key challenges here include rising extraction costs, resource depletion, also environmental and health risks from inefficient material management. But the development of structured materials like metamaterials or smart materials offers a promising solution for us. And these materials are designed to be high performance, low carbon, reusable and recyclable, and also adaptable across industries. So with this program, the challenge, what we are looking for, our goal is to find multi-purpose structured materials that can replace and improve existing materials, making them more circular while ensuring scalability from a technical, economic, and environmental perspective. Who are we looking for this program? If you're working on material innovation in these fields, like building and infrastructure, textiles and fashion, design, electronics, or any other relevant sector, this program is for you. And also, this list is non-exhaustive. So if you think your work aligns with our challenge, we encourage you to reach out. Now I'll pass it over to Romain, who will explain in more details how the program will work and how you can get involved in this program.
Well, so this program represents an opportunity, an all-in-one program that enables you to that can enable you to experience collaborative and also impactful solutions. So to give you a bit more detail about the timeline of the projects, so the project started on January the 15th during the problematic definition workshop that resulted on the problematic that Laura just showed you before. Then then on January the 28th, there were the start of the call for applications, which last around a bit more than 2 months until April the 4th. And on this day, on April the 4th at 11 p.m., the submissions will close. So remember the date. And then on the first on the same day, on April the 4th, on April the 4th, on April the 11th, sorry, there will be the candidate selection workshop that I will be on which I will give you a bit more detail just later. So concretely, who can apply to this program? So the applicant, you can be a public research organization, you can be a startup, an SME, a social enterprise, you can also be an NGO, non-profit organization, you can work in the public sector, but you can also work in the innovation support services. From the moment you make a contribution by your research, by your technology, by maybe your access to experimental sites, or even your access to quantities of recyclable and reusable resources, you can apply to these projects. And the call for application, remember the date again, will be until April the 4th at 11 p.m. So a bit more detail on the selection workshop and also on the evaluation criteria by the committee. So all the applications will be reviewed by the experts committee on April the 11th. What are the evaluation criteria? First, of course, you have to have an expertise that contributes to the same problematic that Laura showed you just before. You also have to have an interest in creating partnerships and also an interest in, and you also have to have a willingness to collaborate. And of course, you also have to have the willingness to contribute to a social and environmental approach. Two possibilities at the end of this selection candidate workshop. First, you're created, and so time to pack. You are invited to participate to our co-creation day on May the 14th in Paris. And second option, you're not selected, but it's not over yet. Don't worry, you can still be contacted for collaborative projects, and you will have the possibility to join them later. So at the end of this phase one, at the end of this candidate selection workshop, as I told you, there will be this co-creation day on which I will give more details a bit later again. At the end of this co-creation day, maybe you will create some consortium and you will start some collaborative projects. You will have around a month until June the 13th to submit your collaborative project, and then around a week later, on June the 19th, there will be a project selection workshop where the same experts committee will select the three most interesting projects. So as I told you, a bit more detail on the co-creation day, which will happen again on May the 14th in Paris. So it represents an event to meet around 30, 50 other experts in the field that have been selected, like you, during the selection candidate workshop. So it's an opportunity to expand your potential network of partners, to participate in tense roundtable discussion, and also to have free speech session to broaden your vision of the problematic and of your project. But of course, the main objective of this journey will be to build multi-actors collaborative projects answering the problematic. So it's the opportunity to create and to start some consortium and some collaborative projects. At the end of this co-creation day, as I told you before, you will have around a month until June the 13th to work on your project with your team, to submit your final proposal, and then you will have to wait for the selection by the committee of the three awarded projects, which will be chosen as the most interesting ones. So as I told you, at the end of this phase 2, at the end of the project selection workshop, there will be 3 projects which will be chosen to continue the adventure of the program with us, and which will have the opportunity to receive a 6 months coaching, we have the benefit to have some workshop that I will detail just after. So yeah, for the selected collaborative projects, some workshops are enabled so as to remove the barriers to national and international fundings. So there is, for example, a first workshop to help you structuring and aligning the members of the consortium around the same legal governance. And then you can also support findings, complementary skills or expertise. So concretely, it can be the integration of, for example, new partners in your project if there is a lack of expertise or technology. Then there is also a workshop around the project management to help you manage the different work package or to help you organize the different meeting updates. And also, as it's SoScience main expertise, you have also the possibility to benefit from a workshop that help you maximize the social and environmental impact of your projects, and to get ready to apply for Horizon Europe and of course other grants. So here you have a concrete example of one of the projects that have been conducted with SoScience a few years ago in 2020, called The Future of Urban Agriculture. So it started with the applications of two applicants. The first one is Sous les Fraises that proposed to give access to urban farms with grey water plants and filtration system. And another applicant also in Reich, which has an expertise to grow plants with various qualities of water and water analysis. So during this phase 2, during this co-creation day, for example, they start collaborative and create consortium, and it results on the project about vegetalized wool to treat grey water for implementation in urban renovation and also to produce fruits in circular economy logic. And so their project has been selected and received a 6 months coaching by SoScience. They have also seen different partners be integrated in this project, so like the INSA and biodiversity. And they also received the Meta Building Awardees for the project, and have seen the project rewarded by 60,000 euros for fundings. So very simply, how to apply? First, you have to go to the program page and apply to the program. You have to create your account on the SoScience platform, which will last around 5 minutes, and then you will have to fill in your application form, which will last around an hour. So it's not very long. And remember, again, you will have until April the 4th at 11 p.m. to submit your project proposal. So here you have a program overview of the whole timeline. If you have maybe any question on that, you can ask them during the Q&A question, which is just right now. Yeah, I guess. So don't hesitate to ask your question in the chat or directly orally.
Oui, bonjour, Louis-Xavier de la Réserve des Arts. You prefer you better in English for everyone, or yeah?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, okay. We are kind of a thrift shop, but dedicated to materials. We actually collect in France materials from fashion weeks, from opera, theaters, anything that is actually used in scenographies, you know, in buildings, the structures and visuals. So we have like thousands of square meters in Paris and in the south of France with those second-hand materials. Like for you, it seems like we could offer our field as a playground and say that's how we contribute.
Yes, we obviously need those kind of textiles and materials, and we also have other candidates that are going to use those kinds of textiles, materials, chute de tissu, and so on. So of course, we need these kind of fields to collaborate with other partners and candidates that we already have on this program.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. Other questions, maybe?
Hello. Hi, guys. I have a technical question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I apply being based in Amsterdam, or I need to be closer to Paris, or it doesn't matter really?
No, it's totally okay to apply if you're. The program is international, so you can apply if you are in Amsterdam because it's in Europe, so we are really close.
Okay. And one more question. I'm in this kind of second phase of developing my materials, and or should I apply with a new project, or I can kind of propose a project that it's already going on and has been so far successful?
Both. You can apply for both. Like you can. The idea is to have new projects, but you can apply with a project already existing and meet people if you're selected on the co-creation day to join your project or to expand your project. But you can also do the new project way to find partners to create from the start this project and coming with an idea of project.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And also, don't worry, we'll reimburse the travel expenses.
Yes. If you're from Europe or other countries, like from Amsterdam, everything is taken by PSL.
Okay. Yeah. So you mean the traveling costs are kind of included in the funding?
Expense,
Okay. Perfect. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, this was very helpful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely going to apply. So yeah, thank you for the presentation as well.
Nice. Thank you to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Other questions, or it's okay for everyone? Okay, so if no more questions, we are basically done. Thank you so much for assisting this session today. Don't forget the deadline, the 4th of April, at 11 p.m. CET. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you to everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice
Have a
day.
great day.